How's it going, folks? Rob here. Welcome back to the channel. Back on Forza Horizon 5. Going to do a rally build car today. Going to use the Mitsubishi Galant, the VR4. This is the 92 model from memory. The reason I picked this as the first car in this potential rally series, we're just going to muck around on a track I've made. The reason I picked this car is literally, other than 10 minutes ago, I've never driven it. I've got all the cars in the game in my garage except for 2, maybe 3 of the DLCs, but yeah, literally only driven it 120. I just drove it around the festival hub on the racetrack there for a few minutes because it's literally just broke its cherry. So we're gonna take it to a track, a rally stage I built. It's a bit tight and technical. Some of it's a bit of cross country as well, but we're gonna head over to it. It's just around the corner, but we'll fast travel because I'm lazy. And why would you drive in a driving game? So yeah, we're just going to do one quick run just so you guys out there can see the event. Plus, it'd be a good way to test out this car. Now, this is all-wheel drive, so that should help. But as you can see, this track goes at random spots that make no sense. But I quite enjoy it. It's quite fun. It's very technical. It's a bit challenging in some places. Some places it looks a bit awkward because there's a lot of foliage you got to drive through. But it's a good fun thing. It should take around maybe 3 minutes, I think, for this car. Roughly, it's a C-Class, so it's not the most powerful thing. It's going to have stock wheels, so it's going to slide. As you can see, it's in the rain, so it's very slippery. So this isn't a dedicated run to find out exactly the perfect run. We're just going to see what this car drives like. So stock tyres, it is wet. It's going to be very slippery. It's not a huge car, but compared to like a Lancer Evo, it's got a longer wheelbase. So turning this thing around some of these corners is going to be a bit awkward. We do go back and forth around through this, well, it's not a car park, it's more like a little field for palm trees or whatever the hell they are. I don't know what they are. I'm not very good with plants and trees, so what they're palm tree things. So yeah, we go around there, quick uphill there. This is a bit slidey. Rear-wheel drive cars really struggle. Again, I built this ages ago. Forgot to share it. I'm really good at doing that. Slide down here, downhill. I've made the little bridge sort of thing. Put a road under the water to make it not as deep, so you still get the splashing effect, but you don't come to a complete stop like you do sometimes. Avoid the log on the ground there. Hard on the brakes. Slide the back end. Cars that aren't all-wheel drive could possibly struggle. This is where the actual thumbnail for the track was made. As you can see, we kind of do go off-road a little bit, cross-country. Again, handbrake around the corner. Don't hit the tree. Avoid the fence. There's a fallen branch thing now. God, I hope in Forza Horizon 6 we can remove stuff from the ground when we're making these events. Winding around through the trees. Like I said, it makes no sense, but it's good fun. I know the layout, so I'm already preparing for these corners. Others haven't seen it before, and you're thinking, where the hell is this going? But I do leave the braking light on just in case, and I just smack the tree because I'm not the world's greatest driver. I never pretend to be. Past one of the barn find sheds, and let's head on up here. Got another. This is probably the most open part of the track where you build up the most speed. Say that we got it to about 90 kilometers an hour. So as you can see, it's not designed for fast travel. It's hard right through the trees again. I like to take these tracks wherever they're random spot, which make no sense. This is a little prop I found on the storefront thingy. This is my little Horizon 1 tribute corner. I missed that game. And we're going to climb up here once again. 82%, we're almost done. This I call the washing machine. Got to stuff that up because you're pretty much going back and forth, getting spun around. All drive cars are pretty good through here. Again, if we had proper operating tyres, it'd be a lot better. Finally get up there, it's very slippery and muddy. Another tight one. You got a bit of a downhill. This corner is quite tricky. You got to kind of prepare early for it. Hence all the tires on the wall. Boom. It's very hard to find grip down there. And there's my makeshift stupid bridge over the waterfall. And that is it. That is across the line. Badly too. Alright, so what did we do? 252. No idea if that's fast or not. Thought we'd just build a bunch of random cars. It's not going to be an unlimited build. I'm going to give myself a kind of budget. It's going to be like a budget car, a budget rally build. So like $20,000 or something. I say that, but I don't know how far $20,000 goes because At this stage of the game, 1,400 odd hours in, 5 years, I've got quite a lot of money. I never look at how much I'm spending. I just, there you go, 181 million. And I've got all the cars, so I've got nothing to spend on it other than upgrades. I'll chuck on let's get a livery as well. Just to quickly throw, let's throw a Rally R1 on. Yep, that'll do. It's going to be a rally car, so it's got to actually kind of look the part. So, like I said, this is going to be a little more like a budget build. I'm not going to be throwing 500 horsepower and throwing it around that track because my skill level, I'm just going to slam it into every wall and tree. That doesn't actually look too bad. I can't wait for the next game when we can start putting liveries on our names and stuff on the windows. It's going to be fantastic. I like doing that on Gran Turismo 7. I like to see my name when I make a race car. I like to see my name on the window like a normal car. All right, so I'm thinking like 20 grand. Try and keep it under 20 grand. We'll see. I never really pay attention to how much this stuff costs. Rally suspension. So I was just going to put all the racing parts on. So, yep, this is in my head just quickly. There's no engine upgrades, maybe the racing exhaust. But, yeah, racing suspension, brakes, all that sort of stuff. Going to take all the weight off. No tuning's allowed to be done other than the gearbox. We'll throw in a racing gearbox. So we'll make it look like a rally car. I'm going to take the weight off. I mean, it's not a heavy car. I mean, most Japanese cars are fairly light. Let's get this down to 1165. Plus, we'll take out some other parts as well. We'll upgrade stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to put on a racing gearbox. So the only thing I'm going to tune is the suspension. I'm going to jack all the way up to the top. But when you put on rally suspension, it normally puts it on anyway. Oh, I don't really know if it makes it. It's just pre-tuned settings. But we'll put the rally diff on. Yeah, so just the suspension I'm going to jack up in the air, and I'm going to tune the gearbox so it's got shorter gears. But other than that, the car's going to be completely standard. It's not going to be overpowered. I'm not even going to bother with body kits because we're not going that fast. So we're going to ignore that. I'm going to put, well, it's pretty much, for the most part, you're off-road. So you want off-road tires, but there is a little bit at the start where it's on the road. But for the most part, so yeah, if you got off-road and on the road, so you want rally tires, but if you just off-road, off-road tires obviously the best to get the most grip, but we're not really on the road that much, so we'll put rally tires on. And how wide are they? 195. What are we up to? 29 grand. Shit, I wasn't even paying attention. Or do we keep the tires standard? Because that's going to bump it up a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, let's put it up 10,000. What do we? Oh, I don't really want to keep it standard tires. Well, street tires and all that won't really make too much of a difference, will they? Is that how much tires cost? They see, I don't even pay attention. Maybe I make it 30,000. Because I was just thinking maybe put the racing exhaust on, which is 2,000. Well, how about we make it 2,500? I haven't thought this yet through. Just make it up as I go. How much does that add? That's going to bump it right up. I was never good at maths, but that's going to bump it right up. So what about if we make him a little bit... $1,800 for... That's a lot of money. There's no point. Whatever. Just keep them standard. I think I'll... Can we widen the tyre back one? 2,501. That'll do. We'll leave the wheels on. They're fine. We had a little bit of power. We took out a bunch of weight. It's not the rally stage where you need 500 plus horsepower. I like making my rally stages where it's a little bit narrow, so the slower PI cars actually feel like they're quick. So we're what, high B class. Maybe most people would just build it to the top of B class, but I'm a bit different. For now, I'm just going to shrink them down. We're not going that fast, so let's bring our top speed right down. What's that up to? 210. Let's go a little bit more. There's not many places down here where we're going under. I mean, I would normally properly tune it, but yeah, that's just a quick one. So that'll do for now. So let's quickly head on over, see what it's like. This could just be a one-off video, but this is what I like to do. Just build basic little cars and just fool around in them. I don't really care about the leaderboards. I'm never going to be competing against the best drivers out there. So, and most of my car builds are just never at the top of the class. I just like to build them more of a realistic build. Looks like most people would be chucking 500 horsepower, massive turbo on it, body kits. I just like to build like if I'm going like a track day, or if I've got a little beat down car in my garage, build it up like I'm going to take it to a rally stage and just have a bit of fun. I'm playing against myself. Why would I want to increase the driver type difficulty? All right, so let's go. We got a little budget, $2,500 and $100 car. Let's see the differences it makes. Oh, it definitely sounds better. Launches a lot quicker. That's due to the fact we just took out about 200 kilos. No tuning was done, as you saw. The suspension was already put up to the highest point. It does turn pretty good, considering nothing's been done to it. Granted, I did carry a little bit too much speed. I did cut the corner there a little bit. Normally when I make these races, I put certain walls up and put the checkpoints in a spot where you can't cut the corner. But this one with the stone walls, you can kind of cut the corner. It does sound pretty good. Just put an exhaust on. You can definitely feel the changes, especially with the acceleration. And we haven't added much power, just the racing exhaust, which is maybe, 15, 20 horsepower. I wasn't really paying attention. But just taking out that weight improves the power response. We haven't put, as you saw, we haven't got rally tyres or off-roading tyres, so that's pretty bad cornering. Still got pretty good grip. I'm not sliding around as much as I thought I would. Granted, if we put more power on, it's going to be a lot harder, but it's quite narrow and wet, as you can see, and you don't really want to be putting too much power down through here. But at least with my skill level, tight left around the trees. This part can be a bit tricky if you don't know where you're going. Drop it down to first. Probably lost too much speed through there. Through the river. Bit of a dip through there. Car gets a wash. What the heck was that, Rob? Up. And through the barn find. Here we go. Hopefully that barn find feature in the game is improved in the next game, because that's quite boring. Just drive there, find it, and then wait a couple of hours for it to be in your garage. Hopefully they make it more entertaining somehow. All right, down here, under the bridge, through the water, past Horizon 1. I'm going to see if I can find that game and play it again. I missed that one. Such a great map. All right, focus through the washing machine. This should do this a lot better, even though we don't have the best tyres in the world. I'm going to that launched out of that corner. Still struggling with grip though. Granted, we don't have the best tyres for this, but it's still not bad. This is going to be the big test. This is the hardest corner of this track. It's a lot better. Granted, I did watch my speed a bit better. The physics don't quite like me going around that corner when you bump off the wall. Cross the line. Alright, so I took off about 9 seconds and it wasn't the best drive. So let me do it one more time and then I'll show you the end result. Alright, 242 is a little bit quicker. But yeah, I did bump a few walls here and there, but yeah, give it a like. Looks pretty good on the little Galant. Hopefully that's a car that comes over on Japan. I'm assuming so, because obviously we should be getting a lot more Japanese cars, which would be fantastic. It's something a lot of people have been asking for, and I am included in that. So yep, that is the Galant. It's a fun little car. Obviously someone could tune it up and drive it a bit better, but that was pretty good. It's a little budget. It was 25 grand. I'm pretty sure this car was come in the monthly cycle thing. Yeah, 250 grand. So it's not something you buy in the auto show. It was either a car pass car or you come in the monthly campaign. What do you call it? The festival playlist. It's been so long since I've done it, because once you have all the cars, you don't really care about that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. I might do another video on the little cheap budget rally series. Let me know. Until then, I'm Rob. Cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Later.